What's the most savage revenge you've ever gotten on a greedy business partner? I walked into my coffee shop at 5:30 a.m. like I had every morning for the past 8 years, only to find the locks had been changed. My heart sank as I tried my key again. Nothing. Then I saw the paper taped to the inside of the window. Under new management. Grand reopening Monday. That's when Mark pulled up in a brand new Tesla. "Oh good, you're here," he said, stepping out with a smirk I'd never seen before. Saves me a phone call. Mark was my business partner. We'd started Riverside Coffee together when we were broke college dropouts with a dream. I did the baking, managed operations, and handled the staff. He dealt with the business side, accounting, vendors, and paperwork. We'd built something beautiful from nothing. "What's going on? Why are the locks changed?" He handed me an envelope. "Consider this your severance package. I'm buying you out." I opened it. A check for $5,000. "Mark, this business is worth $500,000. We each own 50%. See, that's where you're wrong." He pulled out a folder. "Turns out, according to all the official paperwork, I own 100% of Riverside Coffee. You've just been an employee this whole time." The world tilted. "That's insane. We started this together. We're partners." "Not on paper. Remember when we filed the LLC documents? You said you hated paperwork, so I handled it all. Registered the business solely in my name. All the licenses, permits, everything. Your name isn't on a single document. You can't be serious." "I'm very serious. I've also been documenting your unreliability for months. Late arrivals, customer complaints I may have fabricated, and missing inventory I may have taken myself. I've built quite a case for why I had to let you go. I felt sick. 8 years. Every morning before dawn, I would perfect recipes, train staff, and build relationships with customers who knew me by name. Why are you doing this?" "Because I can flip this place for $800,000 to a corporate chain, but I couldn't do that with you taking half. This way, I get everything." He checked his watch. "You've got until end of business today to clear out any personal items from the office. Security code still works. After that, I'm changing it." He drove away in his Tesla, leaving me standing on the sidewalk in front of my own business. I pulled out my phone and called a number I'd been hoping I'd never need. "Diane, it's Jamie. Remember that thing we discussed last year? It's time." 5 hours later, Mark strolled into what he thought was his coffee shop at 2 p.m., probably to gloat some more. Instead, he found me sitting at a table with 3 other people. Diane Chen, my lawyer, Robert Park, my accountant, and Detective Flores. His face went pale. "What is this?" "Have a seat, Mark." I gestured to the empty chair. "We need to talk about fraud. I don't have to listen to this." He turned to leave, but Detective Flores stood up. "Actually, Mr. Chen, you might want to hear this before you go anywhere." Diane opened her laptop. "Let's start with the basics. You were correct that you registered Riverside Coffee as a sole proprietorship in your name. What you didn't know is that Jamie here registered their own DBA, Riverside Coffee Bakery, 18 months ago." Mark's eyes narrowed. "So what?" "So every baked good sold in this establishment for the past 18 months has technically been sold through Jamie's separate business entity, the one supplying your coffee shop." Robert slid a thick folder across the table. "Here are the wholesale invoices. You've been paying Jamie's Bakery for products, which means you've legally recognized them as a separate business vendor." "That doesn't mean anything." "Oh, but it does." I finally spoke up. "Because remember when you said you'd been documenting my unreliability? I've been documenting something too. Your theft." Diane pulled up a spreadsheet on her screen. "For the past 14 months, Mark has been systematically embezzling money from the business. Falsified vendor receipts, fake expense reports, suspicious cash withdrawals. It amounts to $127,000. Mark shot up from his chair. "That's a lie." "Is it?" Robert tapped his own folder. "Because I'm a forensic accountant, Mark. This is what I do. Jamie hired me last year when they noticed the numbers weren't adding up. I've been quietly auditing everything." Detective Flores leaned forward. "And embezzlement is a felony, Mr. Chen." Diane smiled. "Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to sign over 100% of Riverside Coffee to Jamie. In exchange, Jamie won't press embezzlement charges." Diane slid a document across the table. "Sign this. Transfer of ownership. Or Detective Flores here will be taking you in for questioning about embezzlement, tax fraud, and brand larceny." Mark stared at the paper for a long moment. Then, with shaking hands, he signed. "You'll regret this," he muttered. "I don't think so." I took the signed document.